Welcome to Hopeside Community Church. This is the fourth week of April, the 21st of April 2022. And we are going to focus on the theme Outreach Matters or Building Community. The topic I've chosen for today is Lonely in a Multitude. I'm Dr. Sonia Selwin, and I'm glad to be here today. There was a report, a statistical report given by Matthew in his book, Social. He asked a question, over the last 6 weeks, who are the people whom you discussed matters important to you? So that is a very interesting question. You also can think, whom have you discussed important matters? Did you discuss it with your friends, with your families? So in 1985, this study was made, and it was said that only 59% shared their stories or secrets or things that are happening in their lives to 3 or more people. And only 10% of them had not shared to anyone. But in 2004, you see that only 37% shared things with their friends. And there was a drastic 25% decrease in the number of people who shared their feelings, their thoughts, the things that happen in their life with their friends. So we see that in one amongst the 4 people amongst us do not have anybody to share our life with, or our stories, or our problems with. So this is not only in the church, but it is happening in the whole society. So what are the main reasons of people leaving the church? Recently, even you would have seen that many people have stopped going to the church, or they have found some other church instead of going to the church they used to go. So now, what is the reason that they leave the church that they usually used to go to? The main reason I've come across is they say that the church members are not friendly. In fact, they are warm, they are kind, but then they are not friendly. So it is a very sad and a painful situation where friendliness leads only to friendlessness. And we are trying to be friendly, but yet people feel that they do not have any friend. Now, what are the pastors doing in the church? They're doing a tremendous work, and they try to be better in preaching, in leadership. They're trying to serve others. They have a lot of planning done for the ministry, and they're trying to be more adaptive and have a lot of vision, and that is really good. But what will happen if people are not coming to the church because the church members are not friendly? So that would really be a very difficult situation. So what is the main challenge that the church is facing? Although churches conduct several workshops and seminars, and preach on how to live best, how to find your spiritual gift, how to live a better life, and they cover several topics. But do they teach how to be friendly with the people in the church? So the main challenge that the church is facing is equipping the people in friendship making. Becoming a friend is not very easy as being a friend. Being and becoming a friend is not very easy. It takes intentional training. You have to see yourself to improve your communication skills, listening skills, so that you can be a better friend. So Proverbs 17:17 says, a friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born in adversity. Adversity. So now, whatever the situation is, a friend would love. So are we being able to love our brothers like this? So at church, there are too many members sometimes, and we're not able to connect with each other. So what are we supposed to do? So I'm going to share with you a few steps to get started with friendship. The first is to be a good listener. Um, See, there is a difference between listening and hearing, right? You all know. Hearing, you um, just hear and do not take it to heart. But listening, you concentrate and try to reply and reflect on what is being told to you. So we will have to show the ability to ask meaningful questions and show interest. Say, for example, you have a friend who says, oh, my husband is very sick and I have my daughter and I'm not able to take care of my daughter. So here, indirectly, this person is asking for some kind of a help, isn't it? So we will have to ask meaningful questions and show them interest, like, okay, do you need my help in taking care of the kid, or can I find someone else who could help you with your kid? Instead of just saying, oh, I'm sorry that you're having a difficult time, and just oh, I empathize, I try to uh, be more friendly. But here, doing something that helps that person is more important, isn't it? So we will have to seek similarities with some people when we try to be friend with them. So that is the next point. And try to empathize with them and celebrate. That is how friendship can get started. When we go to church, yeah, of course, people are all so warm and welcoming, but are they friendly? Can you become their friend? So unless we become their friend, people are going to leave the church. So what are the qualities? How can you become a very good listener? The first thing is we have to be attentive to non-verbal cues, such as making non-threatening eye contact. So even when we look, sometimes the way a person looks is just enough to say that that person doesn't care for us. And smile. When we do not smile at that person, uh, the other person who is in trouble cannot connect with us. They cannot become our friends unless we smile. When we show an angry face, how can they even come to us and share their problems? How can they even feel that we are approachable? Maintain an open posture. Uh, be welcoming and allow them to talk to us. And we'll have to uh, give a proper facial expression instead of feeling, oh, again this person is talking about his problem, and this person is going to talk about his problem for 10-15 minutes, and my time is going to be wasted. It's, immediately the person who is talking can sense what you're thinking. If you're going to feel that that person is troubling you, that person can feel that. Even though you try to be friendly, you cannot hide um, your emotions there. So you will have to reflect on your face and try your best to eliminate distractions as far as possible. Because, say, for example, there's someone coming and pouring out their hearts to you at church, and you are busy looking at your phone, or you do not care, or you're getting distracted by somebody else who's standing nearby. So such behavior, such reactions will not um, help the person to become your friend. We will have to also remember what they have said. For example, last week, a person told that the husband is not feeling well. So next week, go and approach and remember what she said about the husband. Oh, my husband was sick like this, like this, like this. So ask about that, the husband, and gently question if you need some clarification. Asking question will help them understand that you're really listening to them, and try to paraphrase and tell, oh, I'm sorry, so your husband is in this hospital, or your son is in this hospital. Okay, so try to paraphrase what that person has told you. So like that, that person will understand that you're really listening to them. The second point is to be vulnerable. You know, Christians and in the church mostly, people think that we have to be holy, we have to be a person with no sins, we have to be a person who makes no mistakes. So church is a place that we display that we are so holy. So when we do that, the other person cannot come to us and say, okay, I'm having such and such a problem, can you help me? Now when we face some problem and when we share it as a weakness and say, okay, I face this difficulty, you need a lot of courage to be vulnerable. You need a lot of courage to say, okay, I face this problem, yet I overcame this problem. So in order to come down to that level, we need um, courage, and we need to talk that, so that the other person can come to us and say, okay, even I face that same problem. So what we'll have to do is we need a lot of courage, then allow ourselves to be vulnerable and help others to trust us. Unless we talk to them and tell them that we are facing such a thing, they will not trust us in sharing their problems with us. So our great enemy is shame. Sometimes, what happens? We are very silent because we are so shameful about the actions that we have done. So when we are not able to express that to people near us or to our friends, then even they will not express the pain or the shameful things that they have done. So we will have to put ourselves at emotional and psychological and physical vulnerability and help them uh, to relate to our experiences. So when we are free, when we are able to talk about ourselves to people, again, they will be able to connect with us. So next is giving your time. We have to give our time, mostly even in uh, uh, any kind of a relationship, whether it's friends or relatives or spouse. Unless we give time for each other, we will not be able to develop that relationship. Similarly, when there are church members who are trying to talk to you, we will need to spend time with them. The best way we can do is play together, hang out together, attending parties, camping, hiking, picnicking, or just goofing around. So what we have to do is take the time and ask them, okay, what is your plan for the week? So what can we do together? So when we give our time for people at church, that is the time when they will be able to share their thoughts. They may have some deep worries, something that they will not share at church, or when we are having a Bible study. People may not share those the things that they have. So people let go of their guard during such time, social gatherings, when we hang out together, attending parties. So having a community center where people can hang out together, that is uh, one of a way by which we can get more people into the church by creating very good bonding with friends. So the next point is that it is not the duty of newcomers. Mostly what happens is people who come newly, we expect them to be engaged, we expect them to cook and come, we expect them to take part, we expect them to come and talk to us. It is not the duty of the newcomers to try to be friendly, because already they are um, in a new place and they have various other situations. Maybe they're panicking, or maybe they're not able to connect with the new people at the new church. Even when I go to a new church, I do not feel so comfortable to go and talk to them, to people there. But when they come and talk to me, then I become free and I talk. So that is what is very important. The existing members need to go and talk to them, just not only welcoming and um talking to them and um, getting conversations going, but we will have to extend that into making them our friends by calling them home, inviting them for lunch or dinner. So that is a place where they will open up themselves, open up their problems. They will be able to connect with us and bond with us. That is what is more important than just saying, oh, hi, hello, at church. So when we sing, oh, what a friend we have in Jesus, and we don't try to be friendly with the people who comes to the church, so that is not a good sign of being a good Christian or Christ-like. Jesus was a good friend. He not only um, preached, but he did a lot of actions. He went and he healed the people. He helped them. He tried to be friends with them. So even now, God is trying to be our friend in our troubles. God is listening to us. But how are we to the other people who come to our church? The Bible says that we have to be loving and caring to the people, our neighbors. We will have to understand that people care. Have you been in a situation where you go to the church and you're feeling so lonely and you try to isolate yourself? When you isolate yourself, what is happening? The Bible says that the devil is like a roaring lion waiting to devour any person who is lonely. So I see, I can picture this, where there's a lion and a deer, and when the deer is with its family, the lion cannot go there and attack, isn't it? So similarly, the devil is waiting for us when we are isolated and alone. The devil creates different distractions and tries to devour us. So we should not be isolated apart from our church. And we should understand that there are people who really care, and people have different challenges and they have their own problems. So some people might be able to talk for hours, they may be able to preach, but it may be difficult for them to become a very good friend. If we are like that, we will have to change ourselves. And if we are the person who is experiencing unfriendliness in the church, we will have to try to mingle with them, with other church members, so that we will not be isolated, so that the devil will not pounce at us and devour us. So John 15:13 says, greater love had no man than this, than a man lay down his life for his friends. The Bible very beautifully talks about friendship. We should be able to sacrifice anything for our friends. Time, vulnerability, or we have to be able to relate and bond with that person, understand, sympathize, listen to our friends, so that they will not go away from God. When people do not find the friendship in the church, what will they do? They will try to find some other church, or they will try to find some other friendship, which may not be the right friendship. Away from the church is not a good friendship. So let's understand that God has given us a responsibility to be a good friend to other church members, so that we can all be prepared to meet God when He comes. So with this, I would like to share with you that if you would like to know more about a building project, you can find it in hopesite.com. There's a plan that it could be built in Silver Spring, Maryland, and our target number is 2,000. If you would like to be a part of our church, you can visit our website, hopesite.org. You can also email us at contact@hopesite.org. You can also watch our YouTube messages, sermons, attend our church on YouTube and Zoom. You can get more information on the website, hopesite.org. Thank you so much for being with us today, and God bless you all.